Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to Xbox On. Now the final episode of Hitman has been released, so the whole game is available to buy, and we figured what better way to celebrate this than to look at the 10 best deaths throughout the whole game. It's about to get creative and a little bit grim. RIP our poor targets, you never stood a chance. Whilst you're in the Colorado episode, you'll get to experience all things farm related, and that includes a giant pit of disgusting slurry. I mean, surely one of the worst ways to go is being drowned in a horrible vat of animal mess. Well, when it comes to Hitman, you're just that awful. Lure your target to the side of this goopy hellhole, get her alone, and give her a good shove. Bye-bye now. That's gonna look just so sad on the tombstone. In episode 5 in Colorado, a farm has been taken over by a military group. They're up to all kinds of mischievous things, but luckily for you, one of your targets has got a thing for bombs. Simply up the old nitrogen content in his practice explosions and boom! No more target anymore! Because he's in pieces. So grim. Some may say the days of print press is dead, and that's literally the case in this murder plot. Clear the room before turning the print press machine off, prompting your target to come and turn the machine back on. Then proceed to sneak up behind him and shove him into the machine, which leads to him getting squashed into tiny, horrible, messy pieces. You've just made tomorrow's news, you lucky guy. Whilst in Marrakesh, you have the chance to put on a little fireworks display. It's a small little production, and only one person is really going to experience it. With the perfect timing, you can set your target buzzing with the action and frazzled with excitement and... Alright, you electrocute him, basically. I can jazz it up as much as I like, but it is what it is. Just make sure to leg it afterwards, okay? In episode 1, you're whisked away to the fashion capital Paris. It may be all glitz and glam, but let's not forget you have a job to do. Whilst dressed as someone who works there, you get the perfect chance to drop a giant sparkly chandelier on the head of someone you want to do a killing of. Who says murder can't be fabulous? Whilst in Paris, you've got to check out Paris Fashion Week. Rah, yes, darling. Why not make it an even more exciting show for the spectators? One of your targets just happens to be walking down the runway. If you climb above the catwalk and bring down a raining fury of lights and electricity, it's just going to make it more magical, right? Well, maybe not for the model. Now, how about we heat things up a little bit? Whilst in Sapienza in episode 2, we get the chance to take on the role as a therapist, listening to the woes of your target. Another way of dealing with its problems is chucking a gas canister down a vent so it lands in the fire he's standing near and explodes everywhere. Much more time efficient and cheaper than all these costly therapy sessions, I think you'll find. Now, I tend to associate exercise with a lingering and painful death, so this particular murder really resonates with me. After subduing the yoga teacher and taking on their disguise, one of your targets is due for a yoga lesson. How convenient! You know what's even more convenient? The lesson is taking place with a beautiful view of the Hokkaido Mountains landscape, with a really long and painful drop on the other side. What if someone were to lose their balance whilst in the tree pose? Or what if someone was to be violently pushed whilst they're going into the tree pose? As long as no one's around to see, I'm going to say it was a loss of balance. Poor girl. How tragic.
Whilst in Bangkok, you have the opportunity to take out 2 targets in one go. But instead of birds and stones, you'll be using gas and a coconut. The trick is to knock your targets out with the gas, position them under the coconut tree, shoot the coconuts, and they'll drop on both their heads with one fatal swoop. You put the lime in the coconut and bash their heads in. Yeah? Now, I for one am not a fan of heights, so this one particularly gets under my skin. During episode 2, you'll be based in Bangkok, and you'll get the chance to dress up as a drummer. Ignoring the fact you'll get to see Agent 47 bust out some serious drumming skills, you'll also get the chance to push your target to his sad end. He'll want to have a private chat. It just so fortunately for you happens to be out on a balcony. As he's taking in the sights and thinking about all the opportunities you two have together, give him a good hard shove from behind. Sorry mate, it's nothing personal.
And there we have it. Those are our 10 best deaths in Hitman. Let us know in the comments box which murders will make your top 10 list, and smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. I'll see you next time. Bye!